Hello everyone, it's been a little while since we've had some of our stories, so I thought we'd carry on today. We're going to be reading chapter 7 of The Secret Dragon by Ed Clarke. Let's jump in. Chapter 7. No! Urged Mary. She shook the box to try and wake up the dragon, but it just slid lifelessly from one side to the other. Wake up! She pleaded, rubbing the reptile's back in an attempt to massage some life back into it. You must move yourself aside now, said Sandra. You're blocking a fire exit. Mary started to panic. But Dr. Griff can help me. I need him to help me. I'm no good with living things. Sandra looked down at her. Lucky for you then, she said, that animal is most definitely dead. Mary stared forlornly down at the little creature huddled in the corner of the box. The dragon couldn't be dead. It just couldn't be. Hey there, came a different voice. Mary looked up. It was Dr. Griff. He was wearing a headset with a microphone attached to it, and the young woman in the Monsters of Rock t-shirt was standing next to him, smiling. Nita said you were looking for me? Made me come all the way out when I was just about to start, you know. For an instant, Mary froze. Then she whipped the box behind her back to hide it. There was no way she was going to tell Dr. Griff how she just killed the most important discovery in all of natural history. I'm sorry, I don't have that long, said Dr. Griff. What can I do for you? Mary laughed nervously. She had no idea what to say. Another awkward moment passed between them all. Well, said Dr. Griff, finally breaking the silence, it's been really fun to meet you, but, you know, the Cenozoic era is coming to an end, and Nita nudged Griff a little harder than was necessary. That, just a little geology joke there. I tell you what, he pulled a business card out of his pocket. In case you remember what you came to see me about. And with that, he turned and disappeared back into the auditorium. Nita gave Mary a sympathetic smile. You wouldn't be the first to freeze up like a fossil in front of him. Don't be afraid to email him though, okay? Mary watched Nita follow Griff into the hall, stuck his card in her pocket and dropped her head in defeat. She had come all the way here, only to mess everything up. Suddenly, Mary felt the box behind her back twitch, as if a tiny body had moved. She whipped it round, praying she hadn't imagined it. I know you don't understand me, she whispered, but please be alive. As if in answer, the Gweaver let out an almost imperceptible breath. Oh, thank you, said Mary, desperately trying to work out what to do. She looked down at the untouched sponge. Was the dragon just dehydrated? Mary squeezed the sponge gently so that the liquid within kissed the dragon's lips. But the Gweaver turned its head away with such distaste she might as well have been trying to feed it acid. She tried once more, but the dragon just turned its head the other way before letting it flop down again. Mary stared at the limp creature, completely frozen with fear. Don't die now, she begged. I'm talking to you and I'm telling you, please don't die. She looked around for any kind of help, but none was at hand. The hallway was empty apart from a table laid out for tea and coffee. She hurried over. Was there anything here that might help? Tea bags, little pots of milk, small sachets of sugar? Wait, baby animals drink milk, don't they? And this was a newly hatched dragon. It was worth a try. Mary plucked a pot from the basket and ripped off the lid. She gently held it to the dragon's lips. Come on, she urged, try this. Finally, eyes still closed, the tiny dragon's tongue flashed out to taste the milk. And then again. Slowly its eyes opened and its head began to turn until it was lapping like a kitten at the milk. Mary blew out a breath of relief. She reached out to stroke this animal's scaly head. It was so small, so vulnerable, and so dependent on her. The Gweaver, however, was more concerned with drinking. It made short work of the milk in the pot, so Mary grabbed another. But no sooner had she opened it than the dragon had finished it. She picked up another, marvelling at how something with such a tiny body could absorb all that liquid. Just how long had it been entombed in that stone? 100 years? More? Mary was trying to calculate how many dinners it might have lost in its incredible hibernation when it suddenly stopped drinking, as if it had been filled right to the top and couldn't hold even one drop more. It stretched out its neck, opened its jaws as wide as they would go and let out a wheezy belch. Mary's nose twitched and she shrank back in disgust. The tiny dragon's breath smelled of 1,000-year-old eggs. Ugh. "Well, I guess you're okay now then," she said. "Come on, we need to go home." And that brings us to the end of chapter 7. I wonder what Mary's going to do now that she didn't get to speak to Dr. Griff. We'll have to find out. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.